Okay, fam. Hey, hey. What? You did your hair? You cut it again? Yeah. Changes, changes. You know, I'm a brown woman, so. I want to talk to you guys today about doing the best you can with what you got. So right now, it's been really interesting, right? Everybody's doing the best they can. Sometimes that's just kind of like getting out of bed. Sometimes it's laying in the bed for a few hours and just being okay. Everything that we're going through right now is it's all part of a plan and purpose. So most of us, I don't know if it was, I hadn't announced it, but we're going through a Daniel fast. So, you know, I started on the 1st. You guys can start, you know, when you can. This is a 40-day fast. Usually I would have done this around Lent, but I was talking to my grandma and it was like Friday or a Saturday, and she said, yeah, we missed Lent. And that's something that she and I like to do together, is observe a Lent holiday. And I'm in a taco shop, so this is why I'm talking to you guys about it. Check it out. It's an all vegan taco shop, and so I am bringing you this message because I can't really, where I'm staying in my little hotel, it doesn't have a kitchen. So I have to do the best with what I got. And I have to say, like, I really will probably do another video on the benefits, not just of fasting, but like personal benefits that I have seen from this fast. But doing the best with what you can. Right now, it's gracias. It's a really interesting journey, right? So I have been eating only fruits and vegetables for every day, and I've this Daniel fast is different from the other Daniel fasts I have done. So I'm just going to explain why I'm talking about this, and then we'll get into it. So I started originally with my first Daniel fast. I think it was, it was a few years ago. Yeah, it was actually, I've done 3 Daniel fasts every year. So I started in 2019. And this was when I heard God's voice. I was like, okay, well, let me fast and make sure, like, that's your voice. Because sometimes every voice we hear, like I share, is not, that's not God, right? Sometimes it's like, I'm hungry. If she don't get out the way, sometimes that's not the voice, right? So I needed to make sure, like, okay, this is really you. And so I just kept going on with faith and faith and faith. At this time, I was like really into and adapting the whole vegan mentality. And so everyone is allowed to do a fast your own way. I mean, really, you're allowed to do the fast your own way. So this actually ended up, I ended up moving out of Seattle, the house that I was living in Seattle, and went on a journey. And here come my vegan tacos. Gracias. So it's all soy, which is all plants. This one is al pastor, and it has piña, which is pineapple. This is chorizo, and the other one is bistec. All vegan, all plants, all soy plants. So this is really important for me to, and horchata without the sugar. So as I understood the Daniel fast, it was just not eating food as the kings had eaten the food. This was the first time I jumped into it. The second time I jumped into it is, I actually just started saying, okay, I'm just going to, I had done something which I'd shared. It was like I actually had gone into 21-day repentance because of, like, you know, sometimes the enemy tries to pull you into stuff. And this is when I started sharing about New Age and telepathy, tarot, and theta healing. So all of those together kind of started pulling me in, and I went on a 21-day fast, like, okay, look, I don't know what that was, but I don't want to be a part of it, and just like I need to hear your voice and your voice only. I wasn't consulting with any of these like types of people that was in energy work or anything like that. And so this time I had done other fasts, 14-day fasts that I've shared with you guys with different churches. So it always seems to be intermixing. I wanted to give myself a hard time, like, wow, you've been only eating fruits and vegetables, basically raw, and now all of a sudden you're gonna up and just start all of a sudden you're just gonna up and start eating soy? Like, why are you doing that? And like, maybe it has salt in it. But as I started reading more and more of the book of Daniel, I read, okay, this is no salt. This is only water. It's not really teas and caffeine and stuff like that. So I was almost feeling super, almost guilty, right? About putting in like nutritional yeast and foods inside of my meals. But that's neither here nor there. Yes, it is. I was trying to do the best with what I had. That's why it's here and there. I was doing the best with what I had. So my understanding is that, soy products, including algae, is plants. As plants. I'm not really sure what nutritional yeast is, but it's tons of flakes and it has like incredible benefits. Really, it's like more benefits you could possibly imagine. It's got all the vitamin B you could imagine. It's got protein. It's just super healthy for you. And in the morning, I was eating like spirulina inside of my my food. Salud. I was eating spirulina inside of my acai bowls, and it was just acai powder that was just in polvo. It wasn't in powder. It was frozen, and so you just blend it up, and I would put all kinds of fruits and vegetables in it. So how does this pertain to me, Marina Gay? That's really great about your Daniel fast. And we celebrate you. We love you. We're on it too, or we're getting on it. But this time, woo, y'all, the weather just changed. I went from being like super hot to kind of like being in very temperate weather here in San Cristobal in Chiapas, because I love it here. So, sometimes I just want to share with you guys, it's not about beating yourself up, especially if you're working so hard. It's not about beating yourself up and feeling like, okay, like, why didn't I do this? Why didn't I do that? This was a message I got from God, which I shared with you guys, and things are starting to look different 2021. I had actually just ended a fast and began another fast after that. So it was kind of like, it was interesting. And so that was when I ended the fast. I just didn't want any part of that. But this reason that I'm fasting is different, right? It's to be a lot more clear. Well, it's not really different. It's just that the circumstances have changed in my life, and so sometimes I need that. If the circumstances inside of your life have changed, you need a level up. You need some kind of like, okay, like you're doing the best you can. It's not like you're trying, because trying to pick a paper up and picking it up is different. And doing the best you can and not, still eating vegan food and these tacos. Oh my God, habanero. On point. These tacos are on point. So, this is why it's so important. Ooh, it's hot. Oh my goodness, that was so hot. So, yeah, just do the best you can with what you got. It's not easy. Waking up every day, sometimes even in the middle of like feeling depressed or going through a printing season, it feels like, I woke up at 7 and I'm in bed till 10 a.m. You're doing the best with what you got. You still got your butt up out of bed, right? You still made it to your plans. You still got stuff accomplished. Not every day is going to be glorious, but as long as you're living every single day, then the challenge is you've won. You've already won. And everything is actually, life is spiritual. Life is spiritual. Everything is spiritual, right? So when we look at the one time you're in traffic and it's Murphy's Law, and the lane seems to be going faster than when you were, and like, why is this happening? Life is spiritual. Everything's really cool, and all of a sudden you and your partner are in a disagreement and your ex calls you. Everything is spiritual. So when we understand this, it's just understanding how to combat or how to just kind of roll with the punches. So I love you guys. I want to just remind you, don't worry so much about kicking yourself in the butt. You made the adjustments, and that's kind of part of change. Part of life is accepting change. It's my mantra. It's an aspect of change, it's a sign of change, and it's a sign of life. So when things change and you're able to roll with it, you're tired today. There's no reason you shouldn't be tired. You got up out of bed, everything's great. You still have that PPP loan you need to apply for, or your EIDL grants might be running out, or this might be the last day. Take a breath, breathe. It's like fighting, it's like boxing. You're gonna get back up. You have a few moments to breathe, or that kick to the face, or that one match didn't work, but guess what? It is so freaking cool to be the underdog. It is amazing to be the underdog because you're underestimated, completely underestimated. And the best thing about being underestimated is that you can study everything about the opponent. You are even you're undervalued, undermined. But look at all the amazing underdogs that we love. Rocky. Look at the amazing underdogs that we love, right? These are people that you're like, oh yeah, they're not going to do much, and they end up dominating, right? The Hulk, all of these superhero films, stuff like that, you're like, oh, they're nothing, blah, blah. And then the Avengers, all of these people who are incredible, these people that we end up looking up to, they're underestimated, undervalued, undermined, and they end up winning. So take this into your next season, guys. Yes, take a fast into your next season. You do want to fast regularly. Take this idea of, you know what? I'm just going to move forward with this. Take that into your next season too. Take what you can into this season. Take the mentality of doing the best that you can. It's not perfect. I mean, fasting is not perfect. Life is not perfect, but it's beautiful. That reminds me, oh my gosh, I think I need to listen to him. Gary, okay, I gotta look him up, but it's Life Ain't Always Beautiful, but it's a beautiful ride. So I think I'm gonna listen to that now after I leave this taco shop and finish my tacos. Okay guys, take care, bye.